through it.
That's this one.
But boy, you put a hell of a lot of things together. You know?
Well, there's actually more like...
inquisitive little thing you are.
There's more because... There's more because there's more. I don't even know if I ever wrote anywhere about cutting... Oh yeah, I did somewhere. Okay, so I don't remember when the last bit of that letter was written. Let me see.
God, I thought you said it was
Oh yeah. Well, at some point in then I started investigating the house. But this letter is just the same kind of information. There was a letter when I was looking through, somewhere between when I wrote this letter and the next thing that I wrote. Was when I started, when I was staying at the house during the day and they were taking her away during the day.
You wrote a letter during that period?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Because it just goes from this and then the next thing is this.
Oh, you must have written a letter during that period. Or maybe that was when you were talking to me. And so you didn't write any letters.
Maybe right. Maybe this would be a good one to read next. Let's see. Oh, we're looking page 11. Maybe that's what it is. Well, anyway, the next thing I've written is a note to that CID guy telling him what I found in the apartment for 2 months. And just some things that I was telling him about, the stuff that Tommy said to me. But that's included in there about the knives not being... Oh, there was something else in there. I'll read that next. The next thing is this note to the CID guy, Mr. Boatwright. At times, Tommy has spoken to me in regards to the murder. Several weeks ago, she described finding the body. And this I didn't write in the letter. When she described finding the body, she said, "When I saw that her feet were cut but not bleeding, I knew she was dead. My father is a doctor. I'm not usually squeamish, but didn't want to look. Kathy went right over and looked for a pulse. There was blood everywhere, her throat, and she stopped talking about that." See, that was after I already knew that they suspected her of cutting the throat. See, somewhere between there and there, I found out. I mean, I talked to Tommy, and Tommy sat there and told me. Did you know that?
That she did this?
Yeah, she said like it was...
Yes, you told me on the telephone that at some point in her craziness, she sat down and talked about going back and slashing the girl's throat after she was dead.
Well, she didn't talk about it. Well, maybe I better try to remember that part. Get some water. Let me see if I can remember.
But that's what you said in her rantings and ravings. She was talking about.
Well, yes. When I got back, she was just sort of wandering around, and then all these cops are sitting there watching. She's snapping it down inside.
Well, that must have been very interesting.
It was fascinating, but you know what?
Right.
Life.
Piss
What?
It's supposed to be a song.
So anyway, somewhere along the line, yeah, some point, because what was happening was, they were taking her away during the day, and I was like searching the apartment while they were out. The cops were taken away during the day. So anyway, I was searching the apartment. At some point in there, yeah, I was like, she seemed like she was mentally ill, so I was in a room talking to her, and she's telling me, yeah, I remember, you know, like, apparently Kathy killed Carolyn, and I apparently went back to the apartment and tried to make it look like a robbery, but I can't remember what we took. I just can't remember anything about that. Of course, the CID guy tells me that, like, that's normal because you do something like that, you don't want to remember it. But she still couldn't remember, because by then I knew that the theory was that she'd cut the woman's throat. So anyhow, she was saying, oh, and it was, you know, I remember going in there, and I remember it, and then again she said, and her throat. That was the second time she mentioned the woman's throat. At any rate.
And then you found out she was a suspect, and that's the end of it, huh?
No, I knew she was a suspect by then.
Well, when you were sitting there and she...
And she's running around the house?
Yeah.
Well, obviously I didn't know exactly what the fuck was going on, to tell you the truth.
So what'd you do then?
Okay. So I'll read this boat right better.
Right then.
Huh?
When the cops are sitting there, what'd you do?
Oh, when I walked in the door?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you leave?
good. Maybe that would be a good way to create it.
Did you leave?
Hell no. I walked in the door. See, I didn't see this note till later. The time it actually left me a note on the door. But I walked in the door, opened the door, and it was like this shallow hallway where you take off your shoes. And there's this. I didn't see anybody. At first I looked off to the left and I saw two fucking Korean men sitting on the couch like this. I think they were wearing suits.
Now you have to sit down because I can't see.
Oh. Well, can I have an ashtray?
No, you can have an ashtray,
Okay.
So there's two... So
I walk in the door, and as you're walking, you know, like take a few steps before you can actually see in the living room, and I look to the left and I see the, oh shit. This is an important piece of evidence.
Important piece of evidence. Oh no.
Anyway, hey, it's all over the place. What's going on?
Yeah, it's like getting up and jump in the room.
Okay, so, anyway, I walked in the door and I look and see the two Korean guys sitting on the couch. And then out of my bedroom comes this American guy, and he's like, got a mustache. His name was Boat, right? But I fucking always called him Bridgewater. I'd always be talking about him. I go, yeah, Bridgewater. And everybody fucking laughed. I could never get it fucking right. People make fun of me. Underpass, did you say? They make up all those other names. Anyhow, Boat right. So that he comes, he had a mustache, but I didn't know who he was. So I said, "Hello," and he goes, "Special Agent John Boatwright." So I said, "Hi," and we shook hands. And he introduced me to the cops in the living room, the plainclothesmen, whatever, wearing that guy. So,